Good morning. Yeah, so I just had a little manifestation, affirmation, teaching, sharing my wisdom and knowledge and what resonates with me, what works with me. What I wanted to do is to do a reading about that and ask the universe what they wanted to say about how we should manifest, how we should be sending out our intentions and how they will be able to receive the things that we are sending out. So let's ask the angels. We'll start with the shadow cards and then say, what do we have to do for them to receive authentically and truthfully our desires and divine truthful wishes that we have within us. So let's ask the universe about that, our angel and guides. I don't know why, but right now they're saying no. I don't know why, what they're saying no to. So um, let's just go with the flow, and maybe it's because I'm a little bit I feel insecurity in somehow. I don't know why. Like, you know, I'm questioning it. Uh oh, activation, intimacy. Wow, beautiful. And it says I have these two cards here. So we're just gonna go with that. Oof. So authenticity, we talked about that, intimacy, passion, right? Everything that comes from the heart activation, authenticity. We have different aspects of our thoughts, how we perceive ourselves, and it is very important to be authentic, like in every way. I worked as a chef for so many years, and people would ask me, what kind of food do you prefer to make? And I don't have a specific um a country or culture, a special cuisine. I always say I do authentic food. So with that, anywhere I am, I will make food with the most organic, local ingredients and do it in the most authentic way. So the carrot, what does it want in terms of the weather? Like the whole environment, the carrot, the fish, the spinach, what does it want to become at that moment? It's not about me forcing something into, um, let's say I'm on because I work normally on yachts, right? And then I will cook and I'll be in different locations all the time. And then, yeah, I just like to do it in an authentic way. It's all about the environment and the energy and what the ingredient says as well. So with this, reflecting on life, it says, we should be our authentic selves, and adjusting to our energy within us, our light, and what doesn't resonate with us, the outer interference of being, um someone says you need to do this, you need to be this, you know we need to recognize ourselves and say, I need to be me. I am who I am. And it's time for me to activate myself with intimacy, loving myself, and really press that heart button and understand that that's the authenticity, that's the love that comes from inside. Love doesn't come from the outside. you know it's all about being intimate with your true self and put your values first. When you put your values first, passion starts to light up in the most, like Superman, right? This is super hard, man and woman, right? It just wants to break out and take flight, right? And this is what is the most beautiful thing. When you start doing this, you activate and you do your affirmation, like I said in the start video that I did before this, that you know we need to do affirmations, daily prayers, put our tensions. And you have to understand, a prayer is not for worshiping something else. You are actually doing it for you. So a prayer is to put your intentions, raise your energy, and being truthful to yourself. There's nothing wrong about talking to yourself. I do it all the time, and I do it because I want to work with my thoughts. I want to be the best version of me. So how do I be the best version of me? Is when I'm walking around and something is saying to me, like, let's say a negative thought. And it can be so simple as, I'm procrast. I can't say that. I'll use another word. I'm just negative in my mind, right? And I'm having my morning coffee and it grumbles up here, right? And then it's it's like, Johannes, what's going on? I'll say that loud, like, what's going on? You should think about something beautiful, nice, you know. And instead of that, that's not you. And then I say, I shift my thoughts. I shift my thoughts. So if it was regarding love, why didn't she text me? And then I could grumble a little bit about that and say, hey, why? You are who you are, and whatever happens, happens, right? Don't control it, just go with the flow, right? You are who you are, and you are beautiful. Dance with it. There's a reason for everything. And then, when you start doing that, you activate your heart because your body, your nervous system starts to activate, and it says, oh, I recognize this. This is a beautiful feeling. This is a nice sensation. And then the our body will react to it. It will automatically show that activation in our eyes, right? I have to sit like this because I have the air condition there, and it's just like, so it's all about I'm gonna do like this because it's that we need to align ourselves with the true us, and recognize it, activate it. Okay, let's go to a card more. I'll just take the top one. Let's see what they say. Stability. So create stability in your life. Stability in on this journey is all about thoughts, right? How can we create stability with our thoughts? Like I just said, you have a way of thinking, and you breaking that pattern, and then you create a stability within that, right? But then you create stability as well within your norms of doing things, because when you start to activate and get that passion, things will start to change out of the normal way of you being. And then you create like stability within boundaries, and um, respecting your values. So stability in, you normally go out on Friday and Saturdays to party and drink. Stability in creating a life that you want. If you want to manifest something into your life that is within success and love, for example, that most of us are aiming for in life, as a human being, um, it's important to say, okay, what is my values and what do I have to do? What kind of stability do I need to bring into that? And if you take like an elephant is a huge animal, strong, uh, and with its presence, just it's always standing still, right? You don't see an elephant moving around a lot. It's just present and standing there, strong, and powerful. So what that is saying actually is you can create your own stability by just being you, being there. And when you do this change, stand by your values, because when we start to go on that journey, the journey will be that we will have um, a lot of interference, because there is things out there in the norms, like let's say friends and family, they would say, what's going on? Why don't you want to come out for Friday? Why don't you want to be social? And then suddenly you're gonna say like, yeah, but I pressure my values, and I don't feel like drinking, and going crazy. I will rather be doing some meditation, go for a walk, and then just chill and read a book, right? And by that, people are gonna say like, what's going on? You don't like us anymore? They will come with all kinds of stuff. That's the outer world not accepting that you are changing. But what we need to do is, like an elephant, just stay strong, be us, right? And don't bother of all these distractions, because that's the interference, that's the noise that we need to get away from. Because that's the only way you can create stability and listen to your own higher self, and go by that create your the thing you want to attract, love in your life, right? So the universe is recognizing this. When you start to go on that path of creating stability, you notice that you had a passion, you started to be intimate with yourself and activate yourself, right? And most of all, being authentic, taking all of these masks off, and actually don't have a mask. You take all of them off and becoming your truthful self. So um wow, beautiful creativity, right? So everything starts to bloom. We start to see things in different ways, in ways where we start to notice new patterns. When we start to activate ourselves and create that stability, automatically things will come into our lives. New people, new energy, and I would call it light, and these sparkles, like it says, like it shows here, like a wheel, of different dimensions, different different opportunities will start to come in. A totally different flow. This could be like you feel like eating more healthy. You feel like you want to exercise because your body and mind is activating itself. It's activating. So with this intimacy towards yourself, you start to get this wheel going. I don't know if you saw this movie, um, Stargate. I think it was with Kurt Russell, and there's this huge um, gate, yeah, gateway, and it has like a watery sense, and then like with gold and stuff around it. And then I see that as well. You know, we can start walking into our true self and open up for all the creative stuff we have within us. So when we talk about success and love and all these things, that's our energy. That's what we have inside of us. We just need to open up. We just need to remove all these different masks, right? And then suddenly this will come out. And we shouldn't be afraid of doing it. Quite the opposite. This is just so eager to just pronounce itself and say, hey, here I am. Who doesn't want to just walk out like that and just walk with that confidence, shine, and pose, this is who I am? Because it's not only you that is gonna benefit from this. Your surroundings will be attracted to it. They want to become you because they want to shine the same way. If you really look at how the world is now, and when you have this mask on, you don't feel that light. It's just like there's no light, it's just dimmed, and it's like an illusion. It doesn't feel right, but it's kind of a fake light, right? You know what I'm talking about. So to have this is, I don't have any words for it. It's beautiful. Oh, more than beautiful. So let's take the last card here and see what the angels are saying. Do you want me to take? No. Okay. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Hope, peace, hope, love, compassion, white, abundance, prosperity, especially with the bird. If you look up bird and what a white bird represents, my God, you are going in the right direction. You are going in the right direction. So let me read this card for you, um because whatever you out there is looking for, I know you're looking for love. I know you're looking for love, and you just want love into your life, right? You want the success as well. And the angels, the universe is saying, be your authentic self in every way, plain and simple, right? Intimacy. Be nurturing to yourself, love yourself, activate yourself. Press that button and start. Don't delay it, don't postpone it. Just start. And you can start small. Anything stepping forward is what you need to do. And they say everything will come when you start activating. You start to vibrate out that love you're looking for, that that what do you call that? Prosperity, abundance, hope, stability, compassion, everything that you want in your life will come when you start activating. You're going to have passion for life, right? You're going to have passion for life in every way. Passion for going shopping to buy grocery and buy the healthy food. Don't think about what costs more. We don't need to eat that much, right? We are over consummating food. Like I used to eat 3 meals a day, right? Back home in Scandinavia. And now when I'm in Bali, it's just like I eat so simple, like blended fruit and very little muesli on top. And then I just put 1 spoon of coconut cream on top. And I can live like half a day on that and I'm still energized, right? So what we have of consumption um, in this world is created by money and greed, right? So when we start to listen to our authentic self and understand what we actually as human beings need in our life and how our heart can activate and make beautiful things in our life, create stability, right? You walk the way and you become a balanced, right, centered person that has values and does the right thing for yourself and your surroundings. That will attract abundance and prosperity in every way. When you apply for a job or people see you out there, right? You go to gatherings, business wise, you will shine like this, right? And that creates, everything is aligned together. If you take all the cards, right, it makes sense, right? People can see one another's energy, and when we have some of these masks on, we start to tend to judge one another because people read it. And then our pattern starts to recognize what kind of clothes, what kind of shoes, are they clean, are they dirty? How do they have their hair? What kind of hair? And we start to recognize the energy within that instead of seeing the real person energy. Let me say like this, then suddenly you're going to have all these people with certain types of clothes and style, right? That is a judgment, right? But then in the middle of that, that's the stage where I am. I'm not within that. I can wear whatever I want. I don't care, right? But I shine. I shine when I walk out there because I am who I am. You are who you are, and you shine your light. You walk with everybody else who shines, and you make everybody else shines because they want to become you, right? And it's so immense beautiful because with this journey, it's everything that aligns with you, the confidence that you always wanted. This creates with the mask, is it good enough? Here it says, yes, it is good enough just to be you. Being you is everything. How beautiful is that? That's amazing. So I'm going to read from the book as well. And I know that's going to resonate with it. All right. And then we're going to hold it for the day. So it says 23 as well. So if 23 means something to you, then you got your confirmation there. So let's see here. And I need my glasses. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. From the purest place in my heart, I wish you well, for peace and happiness to be with you and everyone around you. For you to be protected from harm with everything that you need to shine and thrive in your highest expression. May love transform every pain, and may we share a generous, peaceful world where all forms of life are respected, connected, and free from suffering. Wow. Free from suffering. Be your authentic self. So plain and simple. Amazing. Activate yourself, right? Prayer is an ancient sacred technology of goodwill in motion. It is a language of hope and invitation for divine intervention. Prayer casts a transmission of positive energy that transcends time and space to lighten the weight of suffering. Take a moment to connect the sacred space within and bow to the great mystery. Let stories dissolve and the frequency of loving kindness form words that purify heart. May we all become better people in a peaceful world. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you, angels. Thank you. So yeah, what I wanted to say is because I just did another video where I was talking about affirmations and manifestations to create our own reality. And what I'm saying is that um, you can put any words out there. You do your morning. When I wake up and then I say good morning to the universe. I say good morning to all living. Um, Even darkness, I say good morning. I send them love. I send everybody love. And I send everybody, including myself, right? Of course, I am me, right? And I talk to myself. I say, Dear Johannes, your higher self, um, today is going to be a beautiful day. I know I'm going to go and meet this person today. I imagine that person being so happy to see me as I'm happy to see them. And I'm looking forward. I do prayers about it. Like a prayer is good morning, universe, God, angels, ancestors, etc. And then I say, today I'm gonna meet, I'll just say Stephanie, and we're gonna be having a good time together. We're gonna smile, we're gonna enjoy our time smiling. Um, we're gonna kiss, we're gonna have the first kiss, uh, things like that. And it's with intentions, it's with the heart, it's with that energy field that goes up there. And then the universe, they listen to it, they listen to everything, that frequency. They cannot do anything else than respond to it, right? And then when you say things with love, passion, and are devoted to it, there's an intention further on to develop yourself and do the right things, It could be a way of you're going to a meeting today at work and you say, I simply are putting intentions into this meeting that you want the outcome of that meeting to be authentically right, and authentically successful with the right intentions. This is very important because this can be tricky, right? Because you have with success, meeting, work, you have money involvement as well. You have your managers, your boss, things like that. So, what are you actually doing in this situation? Would you compromise or trust yourself? This is an important thing that you need to understand, and this is a teaching. You have a job, you have to um, have a negotiation, and you need to make a contract with a new contractor or something like that. And in a company way, right? There's always a aim money, right? Money, but I have been there as well. I do agreement as well with my previous jobs, and I understood. I took my values, and I said, if I want to make a good deal, it shouldn't just be about the lowest cost of, or the biggest benefit of that agreement money wise. It's all about a relationship as well, healthy relationship. A and we need to understand that a long lasting relationship is beneficial instead of a short term, and you need to redo it and use manpower to redo it or something like that. So doing something intentionally in every way, so we don't just maximize it with money, but we take everything into consideration. And with that, the universe would recognize as well that we're not only going for money greed, but we actually put our own values within everything we do. And that's very important. When you do that, manifestation and affirmations uh, in the morning, or whenever you put them out there, that you have true intentions, no matter the compromise of who is impacting that. So we have to stand by our values, and that's what the universe says as well. We don't we're not suppressed, right? We will not allow ourselves to be suppressed. We simply say, in this situation, I stand by my values. And by that, the universe will make sure that those values are protected. Like, your boss is not gonna say, what the F did you do here? We want maximized. But if you put some values in that strengthen that contract, he will be he will be impressed. We have to go and trust our instinct and our true selves, and everything will work out. We have to go above and beyond. That's how we do it. When we that's how you hit this card. That's how everything starts to shine, and sparkle like a electric storm of colors, right? Because somebody's gonna say, like, he used to just go with the mainstream. He's like, he always just did what he did, and suddenly he's doing, something that we can't see. Like, all the mask is away, and the boss is saying, "Hey man, I really I like this. We have a 10-year contract. They really dig that, this, and they put in some benefits that is actually within 3 years we already gained that money, but it's a long term view, not like a short term. This year we want this kind of money for blah 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 blah. We just see green 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 green, but actually thinking in the bigger picture, and that where this comes. So, with being authentic, with the right intentions of growing in the right way, not only being greedy, but being greedy in the way of thinking, and a short-term view where we just need to fix what needs to be fixed now. Um, so yeah, you get the picture of what I mean, but this can reflect in everything. um if it's love, if it's business, success, home, family wise. Um, yeah, so everything. I love you guys, and I hope that you resonate with it and start activating yourself. Activate, turn that light on. Love and light.